In Surah 6 of the Quran, verse 60 speaks of something profound. It is He who doth take your souls by night, and hath knowledge of all that ye have done by day. Allah holds the power over life and death, raising us every day with a purpose. Our return will be to Him, and on that day, He will reveal the truth of all our deeds. Verse 61 reminds us, He is the irresistible, watching from above over His worshippers, and He sets guardians over you. Angels are assigned to protect and guide us, watching over our every moment. When death comes, the angels take our soul, fulfilling their duty with precision. Then, we are returned to Allah, our protector, the ultimate reality. Is He not the one who controls all things? And the Quran tells us, He is the swiftest in taking account. This powerful reminder encourages reflection on our actions. Are we living in the way that pleases Him? In verse 63, Allah asks, Who is it that delivers you from the dark recesses of land and sea when you call upon Him in humility? When we're in distress, do we not turn to Allah? Yet, despite His mercy in saving us, we sometimes turn to false gods. Verse 64 calls us out. And yet you worship false gods. Verse 65 warns, He hath power to send calamities on you or to cover you with confusion in party strife. Yet, in the end, Allah's will prevails, and He warns of the consequences of rejection. In the beautiful words of the Prophet Muhammad PBUH, when faced with these calamities, he sought refuge in Allah's face, knowing that His mercy is the only protection. This teaches us the importance of submission to Allah, especially when faced with hardships. Verse 70 warns us, Leave alone those who take their religion to be mere play and amusement. The world can distract us, but ultimately, each soul is responsible for its own actions. No one can intercede for you except Allah. True salvation lies in recognizing Him alone, and acting in accordance with His will. Verse 72 reminds us that we are to establish our prayers and to live in fear of Allah. It is to Him that we shall be gathered together. Our lives, our sacrifices, our actions, everything must be for Him alone. Verse 162 from Surah 6 is powerful. Verily, my salat, my sacrifice, my living, and my dying are for Allah, the Lord of all that exists. In this verse, we are reminded that everything in our life, from our worship to our daily actions, should be dedicated to Allah alone. In the grand design of life, Allah is the creator of all that exists, and He holds dominion over everything. His knowledge encompasses the unseen, and His will prevails on the day of judgment. May we live our lives in full submission to Him, knowing that He is the wise, and that every action we take shapes our eternal journey.